My name is Jefferson Smith, and I serve in the legislature in Oregon, and I work with a nonprofit organization called the Bus Project out in Oregon. And here, because I got invited to talk about the need to build capacity and work policy in states.
Okay, and the question we're asking everybody today is, what's next?
Good question. I would say a few things. One, we need to be movement builders more than merely observers of the process. If there are things that disappoint us about what's happening in the public conversation or in policy making, I think the desire to move away, to retreat, is exactly the opposite instinct that we need. So I guess the first is do more, do more, do more. Second, for the last 8 years, have been advocating for and continue to advocate for working in states and working with young people. Either both those things together or those things separately. That we do need to work on things for immediate results in the federal government. I also analogize to Woodrow Wilson and not just the New Deal. I think we need to be building for a longer term movement, and some of that needs to be by using states as laboratories of democracy and building the next generation so that we can be working for the next, yes, few years, but also for the next few decades.
Okay, and you mentioned that it's important to focus on states and children. Why is that? Not children, but young people.
But I'll take the young people thing first. There were more votes cast by people under 30 in 2008 than there were votes cast by people over the age of 65. It is an enormous demographic. It is also a demographic that right now feels, according not just to me, but to a recent poll that was taken, that it isn't being and hasn't been recently asked to participate. It was asked to participate, and they were asked in the 2008 election, but since then, there hasn't been this sense of asking. And so we got to ask them. It's a huge growing electorate. It's the most diverse generation we've ever had in the country. It is potentially one of the most progressive generations we've had in the nation's history, and it is not only important for 2010, but it's a gift that can keep on giving.
And anything else you wanted to add or tell us about?
Yeah, the reason I got asked to come over was I am doing a cartwheel challenge. I was recently selected to my interim leadership team in the Oregon House, and we're expected to raise a bunch of money. And in our state, there are no campaign finance limits, so 80% of the money that goes into politics is from private sources, is from interest group sources, and I should say. And we're trying to flip that and get 80% of it from individuals. And the way we're doing that is by the Cartwheel Challenge. And I've said for every 10 people who go on to jeffersonsmith.com or to thousandonors.com, I think we might even now have cartwheelchallenge.com, but you can find, Jefferson Smith is easy to find, jeffersonsmith.com is easy. And every 10 people who go on and make a donation, small donation, $10, $20, whatever, I will perform a cartwheel. And with the argument being that if we can prostrate ourselves and do somersaults for the private interest, the least I can do is some cartwheels for the public interest. I must warn you, my cartwheels are not particularly impressive, but what is impressive is I do actually try to do a cartwheel, and I'm, nearly 6'4", 200 and blank pounds. It's a thing. So I guess that's my last plug.
Okay, I got to ask. Can people see you do these cartwheels?
We will take a video. We are right now, this very moment, we've had about 322 donors. We're trying to get to 1,000. As soon as we get to a third of our goal, we're going to unleash the first cartwheel and demonstrate and show the video to the people who do it. And yes, we will be videoing the cartwheels and sharing them as we go along. And at some point, we'll probably put some of them to music. I mean, who knows what crazy people might do. I am sure, by the way, this may ruin my prospects for future electoral activity. I'm well aware of that, but it'll be fun in the immediate term.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.